Hey Orange County, it's Shelby Brown with OC Moms, and I am here in beautiful Playa Vista for the grand opening of the St. John's Playa Vista Medical Center. And I am here with Scott and Katie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi Shelby.
Can you tell us a little bit about your role here?
I'm the executive director for our specialty care at Providence St. John's.
Okay.
And I am the director for primary care services for the St. John's Medical Foundation.
So can you tell us why you guys chose Playa Vista?
So St. John's has been in the Santa Monica community for several decades now with its personalized care local to Santa Monica. And as the Playa Vista community started growing, several years back, we were watching it as it grew, and we started to have our patients come and tell us, boy, that traffic is something on the 405 to get up and
Absolutely.
see you. Yeah.
Yes.
So, generically speaking, this started a long time ago, but in earnest, August of 2015 is when we really started to think about it, and that's where this project started to begin.
So it was very fast.
It was very fast.
Yes.
Well, very fast, but a lot of work.
I can imagine.
Yeah, a lot of work.
And so what ages do you guys service here?
All ages. So we start off with the newborns, to the toddlers, to the mommies, to the daddies, to the grandparents and the great-grandparents. So our whole goal is that because we have primary care on the family medicine, internal medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, really want to give good quality health care, personalized health care to all members of the family and for a lifetime.
And that's so important to families, have that
Absolutely.
personalized.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now you were talking about a little bit about the services. Can you tell me a little bit more in depth of what services families can get here at this location?
Sure. So we've got our pediatricians. We've actually moved to practice from Westchester. It had been a long-standing practice for 40 years and have just recently moved them over to the offices here. They've been seeing their patients. Their patients have been thrilled and very happy with the services. And we've got an internist here, and so he does a lot of sports medicine things. He can do anything from joint injections to managing someone's diabetes.
Wow.
To managing cholesterol, and then we've got our specialty services that are going to be starting probably by the fall of 2017. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in the fall, we hope to bring down, we will be bringing down Pacific Heart Institute. It's a cardiology practice that's been practicing in Santa Monica for the better part of 30 years. So respected cardiologists from this community bringing their services here. And when we look, they have a number of patients who already live here. So it's going to be of great convenience. In OBGYN, we have Santa Monica Women's Health. That's a 7-member OBGYN practice to bring their women's health services down here. And then you can deliver your baby at the Great St. John's Health Center. So we really look forward to having that cohesion there with the office being here locally. And then any services that you may need, you can go right to St. John's.
Very convenient for families.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to be part of a greater medical network?
We will have the whole list and host of services that anyone might need. We are developing a clinically integrated network, which basically means that we will have an HMO network. So patients that do decide that they would like to have managed care and HMO services, we will have a product. It's actually alive now,
Okay.
and it's called the St. John's Health Clinic, clinically integrated network. And patients can sign up. We've got the whole list of specialties. So in the event that somebody does need to have more care than just sort of preventive care, and this is a healthy population, as we know, but
Right.
we're here to be able to service any kind of health concern that someone may have.
And one distinction I'd like to make there, we come from the medical group side, the ambulatory side, and we love our hospital partners, but that's a different type of care that you get. Right. So we really believe in having our physicians lead these types of endeavors. With Katie and I, we have our physician partners. And so the operations, you asked, what is it about being in a network,
right,
roughly, and the value that we're really trying to bring is, so let's say if one of Katie's family practice physicians recognizes you know what, I'd like you to go see the cardiologist. You know, we don't just give you the card and you're on your own. No, we can potentially go right in there and just book you and
Wow.
maybe even have you seen that same day
Yeah.
right here. So
that's
we're-
great.
Yeah, so we're really, and they all know each other. It's a really tight-knit group of physicians that really love that St. John's Hospital, and they love their patients most of all. That's what they tell me every day. You know, Scott, it's about my patients. Just get out of my way. Type
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And Dr. Jay Kong, who's an internist, who we've moved his practice down here. He was seeing patients in Santa Monica, and basically we started calling all of his patients who live down in this Playa Vista area, and they said absolutely, would love to see you down there. So we've been really hearing the community and being able to serve this community specifically and save them that 7-mile drive north. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which can take quite a while,
Yeah.
depending on the time of day.
Right.
So, do you guys have any advice for families that might be looking for a doctor?
So I would say I think you really want to make sure that the chemistry is correct, because all of these docs that we have here, I mean, their qualifications are beyond reproach. But I think that it really comes down to that feeling, that connection. And I would say all of these physicians have an amazing bedside manner. So I think it really comes down to the connection. And also, from a primary care standpoint, a lot of males may want to have a male physician. Some want a female. We've got some female physicians that are going to be starting here from a primary care standpoint within the next couple months. And so I think it really just comes down to a personal connection, and that you feel comfortable and you've got a feeling of competence.
That's great.
Mhm.
That's wonderful. So I heard a lot of your doctors actually live right here in the Playa Vista community. Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but if you work somewhere and live somewhere, a lot of times it's easier if your doctor's where you work.
Right. That's
And that
true.
may actually work out well for a lot of the Googlers here and the other folks that are.
Right. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I can say that we do have, we've got a female family medicine physician who's starting here within the next month to 2 months. Her name is Dr. Saiki, and she lives in Culver City, just actually a few blocks down. So that's
Right.
something very convenient. We also have our pediatricians. We've got pediatricians that live in Westchester, and so all very close and local within the community.
Yeah, and Dr. Gene Parks will be an OBGYN. He's been in the Marina Del Rey community, literally right down Jefferson, for the better part of 20 years, moving his practice here. That'll be in the fall.
Okay.
And then we have a number of other specialists. We've got a young thoracic surgeon who lives right over here in the Westchester area, who will be seeing patients here on a consultative basis. So the number of our physicians, this is a growing neighborhood.
Right.
They can actually afford it here, and
That's nice.
this is where they are.
So how late can patients be seen here?
Our hours are going to be from 8 until 5, but because we are affiliated, we have also the Urgent Care Center, which is Playa Vista Medical Center, in the runway. It's been there for about 8 years now.
Yeah.
And so that is part of Providence as well. So if you need, if somebody in the family needs some care, after hours or
Right.
on the weekends, there to serve.
That's great. And so now you guys are currently open officially to the public, right?
Officially open to the public.
Yes.
Congratulations. So
Thank
families,
you.
if they want to come and find a doctor, they just can call you guys and...
Yeah, we
Yes,
can go
absolutely.
online. We can,
Mhm.
they can call the number.
Okay,
right?
perfect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me, and congratulations on the facility. I toured it. It's beautiful, one of the most beautiful facilities I've ever seen. So thank you so much for your time.
right.
So you heard it right here. If you live in the Playa Vista community, this is definitely the place that you want to bring your family for the best health care possible. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.